Let's read Romeo and Juliet. Hey everyone, my name is Envy and I challenged myself to read the top 100 books according to this Enno Vatti poster. And even though I have a degree in English now, I have never read Romeo and Juliet. That's a quick read and I need a quick one because I said I was going to read at least one book from the poster every month. It's now the end of July, I bought it in June and I haven't read a single book because I'm working on Chronicles of Narnia and Edgar Allan Poe, but those are huge books, so that was a dumb idea. So we're gonna read this today. Also, the footage is probably either gonna be windy or you'll be hearing the freeway that's just like 200 meters in that direction. I'm sorry. Really can't do much about it. Okay, yeah, it's time to go home because it's pretty freaking cold out here, even for July. It's windy. Anyway, so I have about 5 pages left. I'll read those tomorrow because I am tired already. That's not because of the book, it's not that boring, but I just am very tired. So I'm gonna go home, sleep on it, and then finish the book tomorrow. The book, it's a play. See, my brain is just fried. So, see ya. There's been a change of plans, which should actually be the title of my autobiography, because my plans never work out the way I want them to, but anyway. So I went home, and then I was home and thought to myself, this is dumb. I literally have only 5 pages left. Am I really going to just not finish this play today? And I said, no, I'm gonna finish this play. I'm gonna do it. So I just did. That's what it all comes down to. I don't know why I have to think about it for so long. So I finished the play and then I was like, woo, I can finish this video in one day too. But then I realized that I was basically just forcing myself to have this opinion within seconds of finishing the book, to basically keep up with appearances or something, or to, I don't know, it's just a bit performative because of the whole camera thing and the booktube thing. So I told myself, we're gonna take some time off, we've finished the book, we're gonna put it aside and take the time to think about what we've read and how do we feel about it. And that's what I'm gonna tell you now. And I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping that I would have this super positive opinion and I was just gonna praise the hell out of this play. But I do not connect with Shakespeare the way so many people seem to do, and I really do not like that. I was going into this play in hopes of finally having something like click in my mind and understanding what the fuss is about. Because everyone loves Shakespeare so much, and I'm just over here like, yeah, that was nice. That was enjoyable. I mean, I read The Merchant of Venice in university, and I didn't care. I read part of Macbeth in high school, and I liked the part where grown men dressed up as trees and then stormed the castle. I love that. But it's still not like I want to dedicate my studies to these plays. So feel free to leave comments schooling me and educating me on Shakespeare, because I'd love to get it, but I just don't. That was the same with Romeo and Juliet. I did not dislike the play, but it's also not like the best thing I've ever read. In fact, and that is probably part of the problem with this specific play, I have read the original Greek-Roman myth that Romeo and Juliet is based on. And that story is just amazing. It's full of plot holes, but I love it because of the plot holes, not despite it. And everyone in Romeo and Juliet is melodramatic, but it's even worse in like the original myth. So yeah, I prefer that version of the story over Romeo and Juliet, also because the way in which the story ends in the original is just so dumb, so dumb. the guy thinks that his girlfriend has been eaten by lions. Like, oh, what? How do you... This whole misunderstanding happens because he does not realize that the lions did not eat his girlfriend. And it's just, it sounds so dumb, but I love that, and I couldn't get that out of my mind while I was reading Romeo and Juliet, so I think that is part of why I was like, eh. But that doesn't mean that I did not like Romeo and Juliet at all. It was fine, it was an enjoyable experience, especially with like the water and sun and everything around it, just the way I'd set it up. I enjoyed reading this play. It made me laugh, it made me snort very loudly at some points. The things I liked most were certain parts of the language. When language change is like unintentionally hilarious, you know that Shakespeare wrote these lines with a certain intention in mind, and words had a certain meaning, and sometimes that has changed over time. So I was laughing out loud when one of the characters called another character a saucy boy. You're a saucy boy. I was just laughing. And then there's this other guy who asks a bunch of musicians to play that merry dump. I'm just gonna refer to all my favorite music as merry dump from now on. I love that. So that was basically my favorite part of the whole play, and that does not reflect well on me, but I've already said that I just don't get Shakespeare the way other people do, so I don't really care about looking even more dumb. What it comes down to, I think, is that I knew the original myth. I've loved that story since I was 16, and that kind of ruined this experience a little bit. But that doesn't mean that I dislike Romeo and Juliet. It's fine for what it was, and that's it. Gotta live with that. It's never gonna be more than this. I am waiting for an epiphany. I've been waiting for an epiphany for years, and I've tried multiple plays, I've read sonnets, and Shakespeare's just not doing it for me. And I feel bad about that, I really do. Now I have to say that if I'd read this play in like 8th grade when I was 13 and love was stupid, I would have loved that angle. I would have caught on to what Shakespeare was doing right away, and I would have loved it, and maybe I would have become a Shakespeare fan if I'd read the play at that point in my life. But at this point in my life, it's just another one of those things I've read, and I'd give 3 stars because that's my basic rating for everything that I've read, but that doesn't leave the biggest impact on me as a person. So yeah, do with that what you want. And finally, this meant that I got to scratch one of those little golden squares of my poster, and I was super excited to do that. At first I wanted to wait and do it live for this video, but then I was like, no. I finished this play in one day so I could see what's underneath that layer of gold foil. I'm gonna scratch that open right now. So I have footage from that, but know that I've known for a while what's underneath it. I do have to say that when I was walking up to my poster, I thought to myself, what is this going to be? What kind of image would they pick for Romeo and Juliet? And all I could come up with was a cliche heart. I was like, I don't know any other imagery that would be typically Romeo and Juliet, so it's probably gonna be some lame ass heart. And then I scratched it open, and let's just roll the footage. I was actually not that far off. It's more original than just a heart. I have to admit that. I really appreciate the care they took to make it more original than just a heart, because they could have gone the easy route. No, this is nice. It feels really good to have another one open on my poster. This means that I've read 20 out of 100 best books ever or something. And it means I have a lot more to go. I am still working on Chronicles of Narnia. Edgar Allan Poe is on hold for the moment because he was doing my head in with his repetitive themes of being buried alive. I just had to put it on hold before it dragged me into a reading slump. But things are looking good on the Narnia front. So I am hopeful that by the end of the summer I will be able to scratch off 2 more books that are on this poster. And that's it from me for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. You know what you gotta do if you enjoyed it, all stuff like that. And I forgot what to say next, so I should probably just go back to reading, and I'll see you next time. Bye!